So people all the time in training classes or other things ask us, so how do you know how much website traffic you should have? This isn't really an answerable question, so there is no magical number of how much traffic you should have, but there are a few ways to think about it. So I would say that you can think about it either from a competitive perspective, which we in the nonprofit industry they like to think we don't compete, but we do, or you could think about it as a comparing to yourself perspective. So first, thinking about the competitive perspective, if you want to go that way, you can think about looking at your website on something like Alexa, which is alexa.com. So it's a site where you can type in your website address and other competitive organizations' website address or other people who are in a similar vein to see how to see little graph of traffic for you versus other people and kind of get a sense as to how much traffic they're getting compared to you. The numbers are not amazingly accurate. It's kind of taken through the gestalt of the web, but it's a kind of a useful comparison point. You could also look at the consulting firm Groundwire has a website benchmarks report, which looks at small to medium-sized environmental organizations and provides some benchmark figures for those. So that's a useful resource there. I would say that probably the best thing to do is not to obsess over how much traffic you're getting compared to how much other people are getting, but instead to compare to yourself. At the end of the day, you can't really do anything other than improve. So you might as well just see how you're doing right now, define how you think you're going to get more traffic, and compare to yourself over time. So instead of comparing to other people in the space, to think about your own numbers over time and to think about quality numbers as well. Like how many pages are people viewing, how much time are they spending on your site as a gauge to how much people are getting out of your site as opposed to being only concerned about the number of visitors.